is the overall poll of polls. The News 18 poll of polls says that the BJP will have 36 compared to 44 the last time around. The Congress will be at 29, up a 0, and others will be 3. So this is the overall News 18 poll of polls, which is giving the government in Himachal Pradesh to the BJP. That's how it is. Clear by 2 from the halfway mark, just above 1 as far as absolute majority is concerned, but they are there in the clear. So this is the News 18 poll of polls. Nalin Mehta, agree, disagree with this number, or do you believe jo bhi jeetega 40 ke paas hoga?
So Anand, it's very clear from the trend of these numbers, the trend line is very clear that the BJP, this is a close election in Himachal, but the BJP is ahead. Even in the one outlier poll which shows the Congress winning, that it's not showing a sweep for the Congress. Even in that outlier poll, it's showing the Congress ahead with a majority in that one. Now, if you take the trend line, the fact of the matter is, after in an election, in a state where you generally have an oscillation between the BJP and the Congress, I think if the BJP manages to retain Himachal, it's going to raise serious questions on the Congress leadership, because it's going to raise a question if, and again, that's an if, because we have to wait and see what the final numbers are. But assuming that the exit poll trend line is correct, if that be the case, it raises serious questions that despite having a government of the BJP in power in 5 years, despite you have not been able to build a coherent narrative to take on. This is the election Congress should have won in Himachal.
In all these elections in recent years, that the voter isn't confused. बीच की सरकार नहीं होती है. इस तरह का mandate नहीं आता है. It's one way. The voter is very sure about his or her choice. There's no confusion in the voter's mind.
We saw that in Uttarakhand as well, and I think I agree. We saw that in Uttarakhand as well, and I think it was said in the discussion between Anand and Zaka and you, Maria, that Himachal at the moment, looking at the trend line, is reminding us of Uttarakhand. I think increasingly in Indian politics, we are getting away from the older pattern of both of anti-incumbency and also of hung verdicts. I think voters are very clear outside of the ideological echo chambers that we all live in, outside of this prism of left and right. I think voters are fundamentally voting with their feet, whether we like that or not.
No, I think one of the things what Advaita talked about, and I sort of slightly disagree with her, I don't think there was a lack of issues in Himachal. I think the old pension scheme was a big talking point. Even reporters who went there said that people were upset about it, and government employees constitute a huge chunk. I think in virtually every home there is a government employee. So it was, I think, about 10% of the electorate was government employees. So that was one big talking point. I did hear, and I think somebody did mention this, I think Priyanka Gandhi had promised in one of the campaign rallies that Agniveer will be abolished if the Congress comes to power in Himachal. I think that was a talking point as well. And, you know, jobs and inflation are always a talking point. The issue is, how can you convert that into an election determining factor? In Gujarat, it's not like these issues were not there, but people didn't care about these issues because there was something bigger. They had to vote for Modi. This was the vote for Modi in Gujarat. It was the son of the soil. Vikas ho raha hai, acha ho raha hai, and we have to continue this. In Himachal, we didn't quite hear that same sentiment.
The other aspect is fixing what is broken, to try and correct an anomaly. If there was a sentiment of anti-incumbency with the current leadership in Gujarat, it was a full sweep of the 38-member cabinet that happened. So there was action. Was there an issue of paper leak? Yes. Education an issue? Yes. Unemployment or jobs and sorting out? Yes. Corruption within the bureaucracy and certain echelons of administration? Yes. But can these be addressed, and do they believe the BJP will address it, or the only person who will fix it is Modi? That is also yes. That's the thing. In Himachal, what do you think will stand out, Rashid Kidwai? Do you believe that the quota that was announced for Pahadis in Jammu and Kashmir will have an impact? Do you believe that stability in terms of progress, even changing leadership, action, reaction to the sentiment on ground that's coming from the BJP, will the voter lean on that? And also the larger welfare schemes which have accrued.
I think, Anand, there is no fixed pattern when it comes to voting behavior in a state like, you know, from Gujarat to Himachal, or for that matter, Delhi Municipal Corporation. And I think voters tend to vote for or against as per the local conditions. I think in Himachal story in Congress was quite formidable. They have established leadership. There was no dearth of resources, and it was the entire election was macro-managed by Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. If the Congress fails to win or Himachal, it will be a very a big blow to the Congress leadership, not only to Mr. Kharge but also to the Gandhi family and all. And it will establish that when Congress tries Modi versus Rahul Gandhi, then they lose. If they detach Rahul Gandhi, then also they are good for nothing. So Congress will really run out of ideas. So therefore, I think for the Congress, for its political survival, Himachal is very important.
But